Hey everyone, what's going on? My name is Daniel, also known as Napkin. Today we have something a little bit different. We're going to take a little bit of a pause off the anime and go ahead and make a tier list. We're excited to go ahead and do this. I'm recording this at like 4 a.m. I've been reaching out to a bunch of my friends all night, trying to ask, getting them, what's your favorite anime? What's something that you've been like, man, that's like my diehard favorite. And I'm like, oh wow, that's great, awesome. I'm going to go ahead and rank it. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do today. If you guys enjoy this kind of thing, let me know down below. Make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. It'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Okay, other than that, let's jump right into it. First off, it's time for me to get good old Seer. Okay. Man, where do we even start? I guess we just start from here. Off rip. Okay, don't know this one. Off rip. But I do know, I think it's on my watch list. But to my knowledge, I think he's just a vampire. One of those vampire, this one I did dabble in. This one right here. Honest to goodness, I can't remember much of it, but I remember not liking it. I don't know why. I maybe got, I think, 30 episodes in, right when he got his power. I think he's like, it's like either bounty hunter. I know the little dude is like some kind of Italian mobster. I know that. I can't remember like the whole plot. I remember like it's going through my brain right now. But honestly, giving it a D. For some reason, I just knew it bugged me in the back of my brain. Off rip, these two I don't know. This one, I think, for some reason, I watched. I can't remember if it's a swimming one, I know that for a fact. I just can't remember if I watched all of it, or if I watched, like, part of it, and I just kind of dropped it. I just remember, I do remember the story being pretty good. Overall, dude, my brain can't comprehend anything, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a B, because I remember it being decent. If anything comes in my brain, I'm trying to like recall if anything has happened, and I don't think so. I know. I'm already just dropping it. Something in my brain is just telling me. Blood Blockade. Now this is an anime that I watched towards the beginning of like my anime journey. This was, I think I watched this after Tokyo Ghoul. I think this was my after Tokyo Ghoul. First off, I want to say the animation was nuts. Definitely, okay. I don't want to say this, but S tiers are most likely going to be like my go back and rewatch. Absolutely no doubt. I can put Cowboy Bebop, Party S tier. Boom. Berserk, S tier. Get that out of the way too. Gurren Lagann, S tier. Your Line April, S tier. What? See? Okay, the only reason I'm gonna keep those there. But the only reason I'm saying that is because Cowboy Bebop, now I have tattoo, I have signed Funko, but the vibe, the style, the music, it's got that old feel. For some of you, it might not be old, but I mean, like, growing up, this was like peak of like, whoa, this is like chill. This is something I can grow up to, which I did. Berserk, which is, I didn't find Berserk till I want to say like not very far within my. I don't remember when I remembered Berserk. But I remember watching the older version first, and then I watched the Golden Age remaster version. Those weren't too bad. They're definitely like, one's manga specific, and then one's like, trying to fill in the gaps of like, this is Guts, and this is Griffith's story, and this is kind of what happened. And don't want to spoil anything, but if you've watched it, you understand what I'm trying to say here, and what the difference is. Back to Blood Blockade. I'm gonna put it at a D, because it's something that I really wouldn't watch again, but I would watch the animation and the fight scene again, for sure. I should just go ahead and start saying that S tiers is definitely gonna be something I go back to nonstop. A tier would be, yeah, I can go back and rewatch seasons and I wouldn't get tired. I'd be like, haha, yeah, I remember that part. I can go back and casually watch it. B was one and done. I'll go back and watch the fights. The animation was crisp. B is probably gonna be like one and done. Not gonna touch it again. The story was good. Animation was alright. Just one of those nice one and done, one shot or anime. And then D tier is gonna be either I've dropped it, I didn't like it, or something along those lines. Moving on, Monster. I can't remember Monster. I can't remember Monster something. This is gonna have now my buddy of mine has watched quite a few live, and he would put this at A tier, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this at B tier. I have watched it. Shoot, dude, there's not much to say about it, honestly. If you've seen it, there's not much to say except for the story was alright. It's a typical harem, so nothing special. The characters are pretty well designed. Different personalities, blah blah blah. You kind of have to. Overall, I thought it was. I other than the fucking boobs in my face, good. Bungo Stray Dog. This is one I unfortunately dropped, but I picked back up. So I'm gonna put it in B tier because I just finished the first season. First season is not bad. I enjoy the first season. And I haven't gotten to the rest. It's still on my plan too. So I'm gonna put it in B tier for now. Moving on with Soul Eater. Soul Eater was okay. I'm iffy on this. I'm gonna put a B tier. I just realized I have two B tiers. Okay, putting it B tier because I remember growing up and watching that show, and the music was good, the stories, the arcs were good. But I remember being one of those fans who also was like, why'd they do that to the ending? Why is the ending so scuffed? The ending was scuffed. I don't remember if it was rushed or it wasn't manga accurate or something along those lines. I can't remember, but I'm gonna put it in B tier for that. These two I have not watched. This one is on my watch list or my plan to watch. That's what I mean. Thank goodness. I do remember the storyline, how he got convicted and now has to serve like his time in like this weird like festival prison that you can actually die in. Man, if I could just remember the darn title. I think moving on. I think this is the water polo one where he like loses his memory and then like has to play water polo. I know it sounds odd if those who haven't watched it, definitely sounds odd, but I think he played with water polo. I'm giving it a C. I just remember like being good until he like got his memory back. He was like a dick and then like got his memory back and was like, oh shoot, I'm a nice dude. This one, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to give a D. Going into it, I remember like having it being confidently a anime similar to Erased, or the one where that kid gets like left alone, he's like an orphan or whatever. That's along the lines of those, and I don't remember it following that criteria. I think it was like things like chess, or like the Japanese version of chess. I can't remember. I'll give it a D tier because I think My goodness, I can't remember the name, but I'm gonna give it a C tier. Man, is that the one? No, I'm thinking of another one. Hmm. I have to put it back. I don't know. I'll put you back up. All right. Ooh, Mirai Nikki. That's gonna be our first A tier. Mirai Nikki Future Diary. That one was one I was so upset. Like, the ending had me by the ball. I mean, for real. Like, if you watch the ending, then you know, like that last little split, like that little bit of the end credit scene where he's just chilling there, and then that happened. I mean, I looked up I looked up everywhere, like the correct ending. What is there more? Season 2, blah blah blah. So I mean everything. But I eventually found some things that helped me find some closure. But that's gonna be 8 for sure. This one, I think this is just the romance one where he's like, "Oh man, I don't like it," but she like brightens up his world. I'm giving it a B tier because I remember watching it and being very happy. This one, Chunibyo, I'm putting it 8. The storyline of Chunibyo was great. It was so cute. The relationship developing was so natural. It wasn't forced, pushed. They had good seasons and a movie to explain and like really build on this relationship, which I thought was incredible. This was one of the first anime or romance anime that I've seen that really did that. So I'm putting it at an A tier. Kill la Kill will be going in A tier as well. Dude, the animation was insane. This was the first one, I think, that really piqued my interest in animation. The costume design, the lights, the way that they would move. The story was a little. I mean, the story had me. It was main character needs to find the other half of her scissor blade. Other antagonist has the other half. You have to watch to find out what happens in between, but there's a lot. It is a little bit copy paste towards the end, but it definitely does resolve it and it gets going. So that'll be an 8. Is this real life? It is real life. Okay, real life. Man, I might give it a C tier, low-key. I remember it just being like he wants to redo like his childhood or his teen years, and just find love. And he was like, the person was like, "Hey, we have this pill you can take, and you can, redo what you wanted to." And it is a romance anime, but it didn't feel like one. So I'm giving it a C tier. Not because it's a not because it gave out the romance, but like the story also was a little jumbled. I feel like, especially in season 2. Maybe that's just me though. Moving on, Yuri on Ice. I dropped it. I gave it a gander. I dropped it. Nothing to say about that. Inuyasha. This was the first anime that I saw that wasn't Pokemon, Bakugan, or Beyblade. This was the one that I turned on thinking that Cartoon Network was on, and Adult Swim was on before it, and I saw Inuyasha. Man, that was a long. I remember I think they did a sequel, a newer one, a couple years ago that has to do with. I think. I think it has to do with the kid, maybe. Yeah, that. Neon Genesis Evangelion. That is going to be in A tier. Though confusing to watch. Unless I'm wrong. To my knowledge, there's like a chronological way you're supposed to, or like a better way to watch it. I've just watched as is. I know there's a Netflix version, and another dub version. I think there's 3 dub versions. Can't really tell you which one I've seen, but I think I've seen the better one. I want to say. I hope so. Definitely not the Netflix one. Black Butler, unfortunately, I have not seen, though I've heard many good things. Issei Monogatari, I have not seen. Thing. Trigun, I want to see. I don't know why I haven't started it. I've not seen that one. K-On, can't remember. Beelzebub. Man, I couldn't find where to watch it. I remember like having a tough time. I think it was on. I think literally it's on Crunchyroll. I'm just being dumb. But for some reason, I think I had a hard time finding it, and I dropped it. But I think I'll find it. I think I'm just being dumb. I don't know why. Darling in the Franxx, A tier. To my knowledge, I thought they were coming up with a season 2. I don't know if they are or not, but if they are, that'd be funny. Are you kidding? A season 2 of this? The ending of season 1 was doggy doo doo. I'm gonna give Anohana. Anohana? Is that called Anohana? Yes. The first. Can't say that. Can't say that. Can't say that. What was the first anime to? Man, was it Your Lie in April? I think it was Your Lie in April. But this was definitely this is definitely a close second. The ending, ooh. I can see you. You found me. Man, my goodness. Man, that's emotional. Think about it. Definitely S tier though. Have not watched Ruby. Is this Excel War? Excel War. I'm gonna just put it at D tier. I watched it, did not enjoy it. I'm pretty sure that they made a second season. I didn't even give it a gander. Main guy is like, oh, I'm a pig, so he plays as a pig character and meets this one girl who like also likes games, but she's like really good at it. Blah blah blah. They become like IRL friends. Didn't like it. Did not enjoy it. Seraphim of the End, I think is what it's called. I don't know if they had a season 2, but I'm putting it in C because the beginning of it was a little slow for me. The ending was so good when he finally like got to use his scythe and understand what his power was. They should have definitely built more on that. I think they could have explored that a lot more. Unfortunately, they did not. This is Clannad. I have not watched Clannad. I'm too scared to try. It's gonna be interesting. This one I have seen. This is gonna be a one and done. My goodness, this was just a straight perv comedy. There's not much to say other than it was just a straight perv comedy. Yeah. Let's see. Is it wrong to find love in a dungeon or a girl in a dungeon or something like that? Dungeon. I unfortunately dropped it. I think second season. Is first season? Comment down below if you know. Is first season the one with the Minotaur? Because if it is, then I only watched the first season. Let's see. Ooh, Love Live. Love Live was probably the first one I actually finished that was like a music genre anime that was like idol based. Dude, I still even have one of the songs in my head, Sunny Day Song. Yeah, as a music, like as a idol music, and if you like that kind of stuff, yeah, definitely up your alley. Moving on. Yes. Dragon. Kobayashi. This one was a nice feature. The seasons were funny. The characters were funnier. The dynamic between Kobayashi and, or I can't remember her name. The person she was living with was hilarious. I loved it, and how she stuck up for the animation. Some of the dragon animations were spot on. Like that was great. Definitely didn't need to add it, but anyway, absolutely. Toradora is going to be a strong 8. Definitely a strong romance anime that I definitely fell in love with when they started finally like accepting feelings for each other, which took a while. It's a 24, I think it's a 24, 25 episode anime, but it took a while. And I love when animes take their time with character development and romance animes, especially. So that was Pokemon. We love to see it. B tier because it's a copy paste. I love. Let's see, what generation? 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 6. Okay. Heaven's Lost Property will be a solid B tier as well because the first 2 seasons were incredibly hilarious. I love the voice actor dub version. I love the voice actor for him. He's incredibly hilarious. His voice has been everywhere. And it just makes my day so much better. What is rah, 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 rah. That's all. That's all I can. That's the only way. Rah, 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 rah. This is gonna be a B tier as well. I remember finishing it. It was a nice, just get to the point. It was a solid flow of storytelling. Didn't do too much. Didn't do too little. It was nice. Infinite Stratus is going. It's gonna be a C. I was disappointed. Oh man, I don't even know how to like get into this. This is a whole thing that I have to like have an argument with. Maybe later on, because I know me and my buddy are gonna do a tier list in regards to like romance and harem and all that stuff. So maybe we'll explore that later. In the meantime, this one was a B tier because it's hilarious. The switch up between personalities and like her brother dynamic is just so hilarious. I love it. Juju is gonna be a D tier. Unfortunately, me and I just could with me personally, I just couldn't like. What's crazy is I didn't like the first season, but I watched the one with Giorno Giovanna. The one, what's it called? I can't remember. Golden Wind. Golden Wind is the one I watched, and I loved. That one was, I mean, if I could put that one there, that would be up A tier. But it's not on here, so. Let's move it on. This is Goblin Slayer. Goblin Slayer is going to be a B tier. I know they have a second season, I think. I have not watched it yet, so that's why I'm putting it in B tier. Because the first season was... It was good. The first couple episodes were rough. But, yeah. Promised Neverland. Now, this one is... If we're going first season, I'll give it a... I'll give it a B. Second season was the most disappointing thing I've ever seen. They rushed it. It was not a good job. I was disappointed. They could have done a lot better. Yeah. Let's go with Overlord. A tier. Put that up. A tier. Overlord in general was great. I loved it. Unfortunately, I don't think I've watched the last season. I just realized I have not watched the last season. The fights were so good. He outsmarts everyone, which is why I'm trying to find. I can't find it yet because it's not on here yet. We're gonna go with Sword Art Online being 8. Up here. Boop, boop. Each season was gas, except for the second season when they did that weird little elf side plot where she was captured. I didn't like that at all. That was just so boring. It just didn't make. Gun Gale Online was so cool. I wish they did so much more with that. Moving on. We're gonna go with High School DxD being A tier. If you know, you know. Not gonna explain myself, don't be too. No Game No Life is going to D tier. I saw that one and I was like, D tier. Am I the only one that felt like No Game No Life didn't make sense because it was so rushed? Like, no second season, it didn't make sense. They left off on a weird, like, really weird tangent. I think it's only 12 episodes. I just did myself. Elfen Lied is gonna go B tier. I remember that one being nice. The action scenes were cool. The plot was better. Overall, I would give it a B. Dragon Ball is going to be A tier. Get up here. Let's dance. That's gonna be A tier. I mean, it's just. I feel like we could give the big three their A tier. Trigun. I have not touched it yet, unfortunately. But we give Dragon Ball, we already put it up there. Boruto is a D, because why the... I don't understand. I'm so disappointed with that. I don't... Especially when they added the Sasuke dinosaur thing. Black Clover, I'm going to give a D. I did watch it. I remember, actually, when it first, like, was the... draft for it. I remember reading it in a magazine of literally it was like a shonen magazine, it being like the first panel, and you know, like this is what's coming soon, volume 1 of dub, or you know, the English translation version of Black Clover. And then they made the anime, and I jumped on that bandwagon, and I just didn't hit. I don't know why. I just didn't hit. Noragami. This is gonna be a B tier because I remember watching that for like both seasons and just being like growing up. I think it was 15, 16 and being like, whoa, this is cool. So as a this was cool anime, I'll give it a B. I'll give it a buck. Ray Zero. Oh my god. A tier. I wish they did more with the second season, or is it the second season or third season? I might just be getting the stuff confused here. I might be. But it's going A tier. I can't remember why, but I was going to justify it. But I was going to. I don't remember. But I'm just going to keep going until I literally, at this end of this row, can't. You know, there's a lot. There's a lot. There's no I'm just. You know what? I'm gonna pick the next. We're gonna pick 10. I'm gonna pick 10 that I see. I'm gonna rank them. Starting from the bottom. Black Lagoon. Where the fuck did it go? I just lost it. Oh, Black Lagoon. A tier. I will support Revy all the way 100%. I'm a ride or die Revy fan. I will get a tattoo Revy. I will get anything Revy related. Revy is amazing. I love her in every way, shape. Moving on. High School of the Dead. Okay, this was my 9th one. I'm gonna give it A tier. I wish they gave it a second season. They could have done so much more. They said they did an OVA about them being on a beach. One Piece. Erased. I love it. I have the manga. A tier. Unfortunately, I hated the fucking ending. The ending pissed me off beyond a shadow of a doubt. That made me mad. Alright, that's 8. My Hero Academia. I'm currently watching it. I'm gonna get the. Oh, this is gotta be. Oh, if you're. That's a B. Okay, moving on. That's gonna be 7. So 6 is gonna be. You can take from this row. I'm gonna go with Death Note. I'm gonna take Death Note and put that in 8th. Man, just that was probably the one mystery anime that I've watched that was like, whoa, like. Someone outsmarting the other person before they get outsmarted is nuts. So that's why I'm gonna next one. Oh, Golden Time. A tier. It was a good length. Good length, good plot. The end definitely tied it up nicely. Bleach. I'm gonna give it an A. I'm debating between A and B because as slow as the first few seasons were, Thousand Year Blood War, it does hold it. I'm gonna put it first. So it's just almost. So that was 5. I got 5 more to pick. Oh, okay. 5 more to pick. Code Geass. Lelouch. The Lelouch and C2 dynamic. Oh, and the storytelling, the Japan Liberation Front. I mean, if you haven't seen it, I highly suggest you watch Code Geass, especially with a friend. It's so much better. Okay, 4. 4. Steins Gate. I'm gonna take Steins. Where'd it go? Steins Gate. Steins Gate and give it an A tier. It was so sad. It's so sad, but also like really like at the edge of your seat. Like, what's gotta happen next? Like, how are they gonna come back? Yeah, I like the thinking too. Bunny Girl Rascal. Okay, first of all, okay, I just want to talk about this one real quick. Was there a dub version of it like way before, like way back, but then it got like taken off and like because the company was like, no, we didn't give you permission. I don't know. If I could, I'd give it a fucking A, but I'm not gonna put it on there because I decided I'm gonna put Naruto. No, I lied. For number 4, I'm going to give Quintessential Quintuplets a high A tier. Unfortunately, my girl did not win. It made me cry. The movie was so nice. It was so good. And that was 4. Let's do 3, 2, 1. 3, 2. Let's go ahead and do Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, let's give it a 8. And then let's do. Okay. Let me take a step back. I've been ranking these B's and A's. I'm looking at these. Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Alright. Look at 3. Still making 3. Okay. Okay, controversial. Here we go. C tier. Never finished it. Hunter x Hunter is going C tier because I never finished it. Also, I dropped it. Actually, it's going B. Yeah, I just made it a lot worse. Also, I'm gonna give Haikyuu a C tier because it was kind of like a copy paste throughout the seasons, and I was not a big fan of that. And got Golden Kamuy. Golden Kamuy was I got into it, and then because maybe I just didn't like the era of what it took place in. But there we go. This is my tier list for a 30-minute combination of my buddies' favorite animes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was definitely something way different than what I do normally. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. If you guys would be interested in gaming content, or I do have some Amazon boxes that I have that are being delivered. There's some cards. There's some waifu cards in there. There's a Gundam in there. There's a figure. There's a lot of stuff that I got that I could do reviews on. If you guys would like. So if you guys enjoy this stuff, make sure to like and consider subscribing. I will see you guys next week. I rushed that outro because I'm tired. Bye.